Now is the time to configure IP address to the rest of the hosts. So far we have the management station configured to the right IP, and the firewall has the one interface configured already, which is in the local area network. The other two interfaces, which is in the wide area network and the DMZ, are not yet configured. So I will start with the firewall, configure the remaining two interfaces, and then I will configure the rest of the hosts, that is the server 2016, the Linux server in the DMZ, and the other two hosts in the wide area network. Without wasting time, let's jump into the configuration. So I'll go to the Apple Macintosh, log in to the firewall and configure the remaining two interfaces, and then I'll do the rest. Back on the management station, I just have to log in back to the firewall. On the admin console, on my left hand side, I'll have to click interfaces. And then you can see that I have three interfaces. And then the wide area network interface is right on top. So I'll have to edit the settings. So I need to make sure that I assign a static IP and assign the interface to the right security zone or group. So I will have to double click this interface, leave the name as WAN, and then the interface group is okay, which is the default internet interfaces. If you scroll down, you can see that I have IPv4, it's set to automatic. I need to change that to manual and then assign the right IP address, which is a .99. The subnet looks okay. The default gateway looks fine. So the default gateway is 192.168.20.2 that breaks out to the internet. And then for the DNS server, I can leave that as well, which leads to the internet. So I'll click OK. Then the next one, the next interface, I'll double click on it, which is I'll rename that to LAN, which is local area network. And then the interface group is already assigned to trusted, so I'll leave that as default. And then under the IPv4, it's already assigned to manual, but I need to remove the default gateway setting. So on the firewall, please make sure that you only have one gateway per firewall. No matter how many interfaces you have, the default gateway should be one. If you have multiple gateways, yeah, you might have performance issues and network issues. So I'll click OK. And then finally my third interface, which I will double click, I'll change that to DMZ. And then it's been assigned to trusted. I need to change that because DMZ is not a trusted zone. So I'll change that to internet interfaces. Scroll down to IPv4, change from automatic to manual, and then assign the right IP, which is .99. Then the gateway, I'll remove that. And on the DNS, I can assign the DNS server that is out there on the internet. So that will be 192.168.20.2, and I'll make sure that the gateway setting is blank. Then I'll click OK. So let's double check. So I've got the DMZ with the right respective IP. Then I've got the wide area network with the right IP. And then I've got the local area network interface with the correct IP. So if I'm happy, I'll just have to click apply. So once it's done, now I can move on to the server 2016. Okay, I'll log into the server. Once I'm logged in, I'll right click my network interface card, then go to change adapter setting, double click on my network card properties and select IPv4, and then change from automatic to static. So IP address to this server is going to be 10.20.20.240, and the correct subnet is going to be /24. And then the default gateway is going to be the IP address of the firewall. And the DNS server is going to be the IP address of the firewall again. Then click OK. Then close everything. So if I were to bring up the terminal and ping 888, I've got a response. Then if I were to ping yahoo.com, I get a response, so it's working. By the way, this server belongs to local area network, so the firewall by default will permit any traffic from the local area network to any zone. So that is why I can ping the world. Moving on. Okay, I'm on the Linux server, so you can see that the server has been assigned a DHCP IP address. So I'll need to change that from automatic to static. So I'll scroll down, networking, and then select static IP and change that from 129 to 250 according to the plan. The network mask is okay. Default gateway is going to be the IP address of the firewall. So it's going to be 172.20.20.99, and DNS server is going to be the IP address of the firewall once again, and then I'll click apply. Okay, back. Now I need to log into the terminal so I'll log in as root and enter my root password. Okay, I'll clear the screen. So I can confirm my IP address by using the command IP add. And from here, if I were to ping 888, okay, packets are being dropped. Why? Because this server belongs to DMZ. But if I will go back to any of the hosts that is in the local area network and ping this Linux server in DMZ, I should be able to. So let me go back to my Apple Macintosh, which is my management station, and bring my terminal. So that will be ping. Let me send 4 counts. So I'm pinging the Linux server in DMZ. So theoretically it should work because management station belongs to the local area network. Okay, as you can see, it's working. So let me go back to the other machine, which is in local area network. That is my Windows server machine. So if I say ping 172.20.20.250. Okay, it's working. So let me go to the Linux client this time. So I'll click that and change from DHCP to static. So the Linux client has got a 192.168.20.20. The subnet is okay. The default gateway is going to be the IP address of the firewall, which is .99, and its DNS. I can use the firewall's one as well. So it's going to be .99. Then I can click apply. My last host, it's a Windows 10. So I'll log into the Windows 10 machine. Okay, once I'm logged in, I can right click, change, click properties. Okay, and then change from DHCP to static. So its static IP is going to be 192.168.20.10, and then the subnet is okay, /24. The default gateway is going to be that of the of the firewall. So it's going to be 192.168.20.99. Same applies to the DNS server. That's the IP of the firewall. So I can click OK and save all that. Back in management station, I should be able to ping all the hosts. So I managed to ping the Linux server. So let me try to ping the Linux client and the Windows client. So it's going to be 192.168.20.10. Okay, it's working. And then ping the .20, that is my Linux client. It's all working.